One and welcome back to another episode. So today, this is episode 3 actually. Episode 3. And what I'm doing differently this time is I've plugged in my control pad. So hopefully it makes the game a little bit more smoother. So you might hear a little bit more clicking through me because this control pad's not exactly the quietest. So let's continue from where we last left off. So as you can see, I'm using that map. So let's go to the codex. Find a median in the other world. Find he can tell you where to go, right? But is that it really? Locations. Let's go. So you might see that I'm a little bit more like rust. You're gonna let me go now. You might find you see I'm a little bit rusty at the minute, just because obviously it's I'm using a control pad, but I'm a control pad person. You know, like for games like Call of Duty and modern and like CS:GO, I definitely am a definite control pad type of person. I'm not so big on the mouse. Well, I prefer the mouse for aiming, but for genuinely moving, like doing this sort of stuff, I prefer the control pad. Because what happens every so often is, well, it is quite every so often to be fair, is, for instance, on like CS:GO, try and press reload and I'll completely press a different button. You know, so I've not really got that mind muscle connection with the keyboard just yet. So, and I've been playing playing it for a good while now, and I just still cannot get the gist of it. So definitely, like I said, I am more of a control pad type of person. Right, go wrong way. Let's go back south. Let's go this way. So yeah, so if you start seeing me in combat, I start getting the old booty kicked. You know why. So try not to judge too harshly. So I've not had a read of that yet, just because I don't think it's my character at the minute. Like I need them, but I could be wrong, and more than likely I'm wrong. So let's head down here. Obviously someone wants to chat to me down here. Is it down here just to make sure? Yes, it is. The Gate of Exile. So let's see what this person has to say. Maybe he won't be allowed out. Oh, here he is. Bereth. Joins your party. So he's a rogue. Select a class. So I want him as a rogue. Obviously I'm an archer, so right, I'm guessing you obviously want us through here. The Gate of Exile.
We call our part of this realm the underworld. Like I told you before, the Fomorians once ruled our realm, but then they partnered with Luke, became too dangerous, and were conquered by the Tuatha in order to preserve the safety of the rest of the world. They were banished here.
We call our part of this realm the Otherworld, but Fomorians call this the Underworld. I can't say I blame them. It's not great. Like I told you before, the Fomorians once ruled Ireland, but then they partnered with Luke, became too dangerous, and were conquered by the Tuatha in order to preserve the safety of the rest of the world.
Do you get many visitors?
They were banished here, and have been rotting in this hole ever since.
Visitors! Fancy visitors. I like your dress.
And you are?
Nope! You're my first ones! I'm so happy you're here. I promised to be very thorough.
Sure, thank you. How long have you been doing this?
Not too long at all, about 12 years. The angry druid.
Why does this small place smell so bad?
I tried to give him a tour, and he told me to shut up.
What an asshole, right? Right?
The absolute worst.
Darling, I think we're gonna get along. Just.
Cool. Delba. Come on, let's move along.
Probably.
Delba seems quite a nice person, actually. I'm so into the cannibalism type of thing. There's nothing better than eating on a human leg.
Flesh around due to how we rip off limbs.
What did you just say?
And eat them.
I will ruin you both, you lanky pieces of shit. Yeah.
You mean Amagin?
Ha!
Yes.
He is tiny,
Let's
isn't he?
move
Tiniest.
What are those noises? I can hear them all the way from the market.
Oh, another tourist.
I think you better take us to our friend.
Wow.
I will not permit you to do this any longer. I am tortured enough without your insolence.
Well, if you insist on being that way, I'll have to cause you pain without asking next time.
Silence, you worm!
Look, not all druids can turn into animals. And if I did...
Seriously, Amagin.
You ain't
what
gonna
are
do
you
shit.
doing?
Perfect! My other favorite person in the world.
I better be. Look,
Did it. You did it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Or me?
Barath, how excellent to see you. It's been far too long.
I disagree.
Stop ignoring me! I will use your bones as
Why
toothpicks!
were you banished here?
Hey, Dad. Look. Tourists.
Those aren't tourists, Delba. That's the seer.
But she's not alone. This one here. Maybe they actually care about the plight of the Fomorians?
Do you want to know more about
If
us?
it's so bad here, why not leave?
The Tuatha decided they had enough of my people. They slaughtered most of us and sent the rest of us to the underworld.
Are you really
to
cannibals?
writhe in pain and agony for the rest of our days. The Tuatha have always been evil. You're but the most recent to taste their wrath. It was the Tuatha who put us here in the first place. You've seen their fury. Would you
I bet they're
invite
like
it in?
eating you.
I
Oh.
thought
What is your magic that corrupts the
Tea?
Tuatha?
Rare. I mostly allow my children and subjects to eat me. I regenerate faster than most, so I'm able to help the others subsist.
He's very altruistic.
I wish I could die. No, that had nothing to do with us. The Tuatha slaughtered all full-blooded Fomorians with magical abilities when they banished us here. Only half-bloods can wield magic now.
No more
Whatever you
questions.
saw may
Kill
have
time.
harnessed old curses left in our lands. But none of my people controlled it. That being said, it is not our magic, nor does it belong to the Tuatha. Magic knows no master. It is a conduit to a realm of wild and unstable energies. If anything, we are slaves to it. Good. My turn. Even trapped here, even blinded, I am one of the most powerful creatures on Earth. I sensed what the Tuatha said to you, what they did. Yours will be a life of power. A few moments of helplessness will not hurt you. Interesting. You are detached from the timeline. They called you Mille Spain. A name that does not belong to you. Now bound to you in chains. Poor mortal. Your destiny was stolen from you. In every way that matters. You died on that beach. You told them you were free? No. They are a slave. A hammer that will shatter history. wielded by an unseen hand.
Enough!
Powerful as Everseer, and yet, when it comes to the Mill of Spain, you are as blind as me. You may go, if you keep me informed of developments in the situation. I will agree to the Druid's terms, and allow you to use the gateway from my realm back to his home.
What?
Is that how you travel down here so quickly?
I thought you knew my house was just above his head.
You've been torturing the poor man.
You have to
He's
get
not
that
a
quick
man,
up
he's a
shot in.
Fomorian.
This is why
Hey,
I
look at me
hate
with my
druids.
abs.
Do we have a deal?
Fine.
Oh, and one more thing. You must take my daughter Delba with you to the surface.
Holy shit! Yes!
Now, leave my sight.
Welcome home, my friend. Is the surface world the paradise you've been dreaming about?
I haven't been above in...
Delba joins
has
party.
to be
I actually
almost
kind of
century.
like all that. You know, because you're a bit
It's
cheeky.
colder than I remembered.
That tower has been lighting the way for as long as anyone can remember. Your father, Delbo, his throne is located directly underneath, connecting our two worlds, illuminating the way home.
Poetic way to describe imprisoning someone against their will.
Thank you.
That wasn't a compliment.
I'm aware.
Have the funerals been held already?
There were none.
But the king?
There were none.
So I'm guessing we need to
You're
head
right.
straight ahead to...
I'm often quiet.
Come on, let's
Not like
go.
this.
Leave him alone, Nazeja.
Being here isn't...
Interesting.
Thank you for coming with us, Barath.
Wooded path.
Someone has to keep you two from killing each other.
I could.
Cool, right? Right, like I said, what I'm going to do is... Oh, there we are. Okay. And
Those were
X.
definitely
Confirm.
not here the last time I was on the surface.
No, those were new. Completely new. Nothing I've ever seen before anywhere else. Except...
So like I said, I knew it'd be a little bit slower at the start, just while I get used to it. Hopefully I can pick it up a little bit quicker, so it does move along. That was a little bit too slow for my liking, really. Controls wise, fantastic. Like I feel it's just so much more smooth now. A little portal up there. Maybe we'll have to. We sure will. Take that, punks.
Unhand me, you cretins, or be prepared for an unfair fight.
Oh wow.
Heraclius!
Greetings! Come join me in my glory.
So, it was just a swing back. Why aren't we affected? Good question. Any insights here?
Apparently not.
You both
It's
need
a
to go back to
nightmare.
class.
My
Is
best
everyone
guess is that
corrupt?
the underworld guarded us from this corruption. Yet I admit that's only a guess, Barnes. I'm not certain.
It seems to be magic, but its powers beyond anything I've studied. And I have read every book in the Druids' College at least once.
I generally find that deeply insulting, but alas, we're all out of our depth.
The situation does not seem promising.
There were controlled fires burning in the woods. Someone at least moderately capable of cognition must have lit them.
You know, I'm not normally pessimistic, but I do not find forces of nature
Why is
like
this happening?
fires to be a calming fact right now.
Ah yes, ever the
The flow of the time magic that's mortal or immortal was meant to understand, let alone temporal.
Arguing the politics of magic theory with you.
Your very existence as a druid is inherently political.
It's difficult for me to accept
Fine.
this could have
We should put that
happened
discussion on hold
anywhere.
until we find at least a few other survivors.
When we are visiting the Twitter, not just you, you know that you've been untethered from time, but the entire flow of eternity has shifted like a river diverted.
You believe someone tampered with it?
You are pulling from the stream that has never meant to exist, full of stones and roots instead of a soft bed.
Magic I draw upon from my spells.
See, where's he going? This is my issues, like, I'm not doing anything, he's literally running over there. Huh. Maybe. You know what? I think I'll go back to just using the just the mouse and keyboard. It's great. It feels smooth, but it's just confusing me too much to like to have to keep like pressing stuff like. Let's get out of that. If I can, right, let's go back. Because realistically now, I want to attack that. There we are, and then number 2. Let's pick up all this, pick up all. Right, yeah. Like I said, I did want to give it a go. I do really like the control pad. Oh, who the hell are you? Take that pump. I do really like the control pad. What's this? Use that increased resistance to fire. Maybe there's going to be a fire fight in a minute. Looks pretty good. Let me try and do that. Let's pick up. Let's go to inventory. Equipment. See if it is any better. It is better. Let's equip it. Fantastic. Let's move on. Let's go and help our dear friend over here. Didn't even need help then. But of course we have so many questions for you. Who is Tarlock? I disliked the man since about 5 years ago.
I've disliked the man since I met him about 5 years ago.
He's young and has a lot of learning to do, but reminds me, I truly believe he could become a great ruler in time if he's allowed to do so. His mother, Queen Escorta, is a great politician, plus she's gorgeous and now single.
king's intentions to the people.
What? It's true. Maybe I don't like this guy. Not enough for me to work up a sweat. They're people. Halikios, not animals, they're loved ones. Not anymore. How many? About half the population. That went really quick, that. Have you recovered from Ireland? I've been immersed in this over a decade and I've been since a battle like this. We are thoroughly outmatched. It hurts my pride. I have no more questions. Who do we have? We'll have him as a guardian. And let's move on. Oh, wow. Let's have a look at that. Right. What? Why now? Let's move back. Come on, son. Come with me. Let's move along. We need to go down here. Let's go pick up this here. What I'm going to do in a second is I'm actually going to, just before we get to here, I'm actually going to look at all the equipment for our guys, and then let's see where we're at. Right, so healer, that is better. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Oh, this one's better. There we are. Slightly better. This one's a lot better. Look at that. That one's better. Alright, that's pretty much it. We're all set now. Let's move on. Kingsland.
I wonder if my father heard us thumping around up here.
I would assume that he's a bit distracted by all your siblings nibbling on his limbs.
Maybe convincing the humans.
Good point!
What the fuck?
My father regenerates, so he lets us eat him for breakfast.
He has the bravery of Zeus.
Maybe convincing the humans that Fomorians should be allowed on the surface won't be as impossible as I thought.
We must go to the palace.
Okay, so I think because we're at a new place, we'll call that an episode for today. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching till the end. Make sure you like and subscribe for me, please. It'd be a big help. And the next episode should come out in the next day or two. Thank you very much, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.